By the time desire reaches your awareness, it's already taken hold of the brain. It can distort logic, rewrite memories, make you chase something unavailable, and convince you that what you want is the thing you need. Desire doesn't stay gentle. It grows, intensifies, and evolves. It becomes fantasy. It becomes obsession. It becomes the invisible force that controls your choices and emotions. These are the deeper psychological layers of desire, the ones that don't just influence your life, they can take over it. Let's go over 11 facts about desire to understand it better. Number 1. Strong desire shuts down logic. When a desire becomes strong enough, the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for reasoning and judgment, becomes quieter. Suddenly, you're not calculating outcomes anymore. You're imagining them. You stop thinking in facts. You start thinking in possibilities. Emotion replaces clarity. The mind becomes a storyteller, not a strategist. Desire creates a kind of tunnel vision. You focus on what you want and ignore everything that contradicts it. You justify things you wouldn't normally tolerate. You search for signs that support the feeling instead of the truth. Desire doesn't just influence you. It blinds you. It convinces you that the heart knows better than logic, even when it doesn't. Number 2. Unfulfilled desire turns into obsession. When you don't get what you want, the brain doesn't forget. It escalates. You replay conversations in your head, imagine different endings, rewrite the past just to find closure. This is the brain trying to complete a story that's unfinished. It hates open loops. The mind searches for meaning, for clues, for hidden what-ifs. You chase answers not because you need the person or the thing, but because your brain refuses to let go. Unfulfilled desire becomes intrusive. It lives in your thoughts even when you want peace. That's not love. It's the brain trying to finish the narrative it created. Number 3. We often desire the feeling, not the person. Most of the time, your brain doesn't crave the individual, it craves the emotional state they created. The comfort, the excitement, the validation. You desire the version of yourself that appeared when they were around. You desire how alive, confident, or seen you felt. People become symbols. They represent something deeper inside you. That's why some attachments are so confusing. You're not missing them. You're missing the version of life they made possible. The mind wants the emotion back, not necessarily the person who triggered it. Number 4. Desire becomes louder when self-worth is low. When you doubt your value, desire becomes proof. Attention and affection become measurements of identity. If someone wants you, you feel enough. If they don't, the rejection cuts deeper than it should. Loneliness feels this. Insecurity feeds it. You start chasing desire not for love or connection, but to fix something inside yourself. Instead of wanting someone, you start needing them. Self-worth disappears and desire becomes a substitute for self-esteem. Number 5. Desire can be imagination, not reality. The brain fills in the gaps with fantasy. You create the ideal version of someone, kinder, deeper, more compatible. Not because they are, but because your mind wants the story to stay alive. It's the brain protecting the dream, because reality isn't as powerful as possibility. You fall in love with potential, not the truth. With who they could be, not who they are. And sometimes, desire survives longer in imagination than it ever could in real life. Number 6. Rejection intensifies desire. When someone becomes unpredictable or distant, dopamine spikes even harder. Your brain sees uncertainty as a challenge. It attaches more value to the chase than to the connection itself. Instead of walking away, you lean in. Instead of letting go, you hold tighter. The distance becomes the attraction. The uncertainty becomes the spark. Desire doesn't weaken when someone pulls away. It strengthens. Not because the person is special, but because the brain hates losing. Number 7. Desire and jealousy come from the same place. Both activate the brain's fear circuits. Both arise from the idea of losing something you think you need. Jealousy is desire mixed with insecurity. It predicts loss before it happens. You imagine what could go wrong. You picture someone else taking what you want. It's the brain sounding the alarm. This could be taken from you. Desire and jealousy are two sides of the same coin. One wants connection, the other fears the cost of losing it. Number 8, we want the wrong people because they feel like a puzzle. When someone is emotionally unavailable, your brain treats their attention like a reward. Winning them over feels like a victory. The challenge becomes the attraction. The uncertainty feels thrilling. The risk feels meaningful. You don't desire peace, you desire the puzzle. Because solving it feels like proof that you were worth choosing. Number 9, the more you get of something, the less you feel. The brain adapts quickly to rewards. What was once special becomes normal. The excitement fades. Routine takes over. This isn't coldness, it's neuroscience. Your brain gets used to comfort, attention, excitement, and love. The more familiar something becomes, the less intense desire feels. Desire cools with familiarity. Not because you care less, but because your brain has already adjusted. Number 10. Desire creates illusions of compatibility. When you want someone, your brain edits the flaws. It highlights the good and hides the bad. You start seeing what you want to believe. You fill in missing pieces with imagined ones. The mind projects the future it hopes for. It invents a version of the relationship that doesn't exist yet. Desire turns imagination into belief. It convinces you the wrong person might be right. Number 11. Desire is never about the object. It's about the story. The brain doesn't crave a thing. It craves the meaning of that thing. It craves identity. It craves potential. It craves the version of life where the desire becomes real. You want the storyline. You want the transformation. The object is just a symbol. The story is what you want. Desire can guide you, blind you, or transform you. It can make you feel alive or make you feel lost. But one truth remains. Desire isn't random. It follows patterns. It speaks a language. It reveals what you value, what you fear, and what still lives inside you. Because desire isn't just about wanting. It's about the story your brain believes could change your life. And the more you understand your desires, the more control you gain over them. Thank you for listening, and make sure to also check part 1 where we go over another 12 facts about desire.